On behalf of the administration and its teachers and the staff at Woburn Memorial High School, I'd like to welcome seniors to this Honors Assembly, which commemorates your achievements here as students at Woburn Memorial High School. And I also would like to extend my appreciation for most of you being on time and being ready to roll when we were set at 9:30. That's really helpful, and it will be helpful on graduation day. Just a reminder, a couple of little, before we get toward the end and it gets, everybody's anxious to leave, just a few reminders about graduation day. Remember that we will call you if there's a weather issue. We will call you by 12 o'clock and let you know whether graduation is up or down if there's any problems with weather. And the second thing is, and we have a number of parents here today, so we can be killing two birds with one stone. Just a reminder, please, students get dropped off here at school. Do not park your cars on school grounds. Have your parents drop you off, and afterwards, by so doing, we'll be able to reserve more parking spaces for parents and grandparents. Otherwise, it's going to get a little cramped out there. And I've asked the staff, we're going to be asking the staff that's helping out to park at the White School as well. I mentioned that to you the other day, and I very much appreciate your support in that, because in the end, it will provide additional parking for your parents and relatives, friends, grandparents, etc. Before we go too much farther, I'd like to introduce for her remarks, and it's been a terrific year, a terrific 4 years for Mrs. Christensen, and she had a great class to be advisor for, and you had a great class advisor. So without further ado, Ms. Teresa Christensen.
Good morning. You look great. Welcome to this most prestigious occasion. This morning, I would first like to recognize the members of the Activities Committee. What began as a group of about 25 students or so grew into an amazing group of 60 plus. You were an extremely successful fundraising group and in planning and organizing many successful dances. I would like to thank you all for your hard work, all of you in the Activities Committee. I appreciate all that you have done. A sincere thanks to all the members. Secondly, I'd like now to recognize the students that gave up their free periods this year to sell candy for our class. This was a major fundraiser this year. Many thanks first to Michelle Campbell and to Kylie Murray, who gave up their free periods to stock candy, count money, go to the bank. Thank you very much. Thank you also to the 5 students, the 5 guys who were in charge of the candy: Dan Mooney, Wing Lau, David McCarthy, Andrew Murphy, Michael McDonough, and many of their friends that helped them out: Chris, Dana, Robin, Stephen. Thank you. Thank you all very, very much. Next, I'd like to recognize 3 past officers who worked for your class. Please stand. Michelle Campbell, who is the secretary for the freshman year. Michelle. Alex Sedato, who is a treasurer during your freshman year. Alex, thank you. Brendan O'Brien, secretary, junior year. On behalf of your class, I would like to thank you for your dedication and for your hard work. I would also now like to recognize your present class officers. Would you please come up to the stage? First, Sarah Kelly, who is the Regional Student Advisory Council this year. Sarah. Lindsay Connors, secretary for both the sophomore and senior year. Yep. Kyle Blanchette, treasurer for sophomore, junior, and senior year, 3 years. Lauren McDonald, Student Advisory Council, all 4 years. Dan Tobin, Vice President, all 4 years. Brian Tagg, President, all 4 years. Brian? These 6 officers are now in charge of planning and executing your class reunions. They're an extremely dedicated and hardworking group. On behalf of this class, thank you, all 6 of you, for your dedication to this class. You've done a terrific job. It has truly been a pleasure working with you. And last, for the past 4 years, I've watched you grow from boys and girls into very capable and talented young men and women. It's been my pleasure to have been your advisor, and in many ways, you've shared your lives with me, and I'm delighted to have known you. I leave you with this quote from Thoreau: "Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life that you've imagined. May all your dreams come true. Best of luck. I'll miss you. Thank you."
Thank you very much. Great job, Ms. Christensen, and great class and a great job. I'd like to, at this time, introduce for the presentation of your class gift, first, Leah Schlief, who's the junior class president, and Brian Tague, senior class president. Come forward.
The class of 2008 is honored to present as one of our class gifts the James Connolly Memorial Display. This memorial display has just been recently displayed in the gymnasium foyer. In addition, the various flags that represent the countries that make up our student body at Woburn Memorial High School have been purchased and will be proudly displayed in the CAF this summer. Chill. This summer. So please accept these gifts from the class of '08.
Thank you very much.
You want to give a hug? Yeah?
I would love
Perfect.
If I may just say something, I've known a bunch of you guys from the senior class, and I want to say that I just want to wish you guys luck in life, and I'm really going to miss a bunch of you, and that your class is by far way cooler than my class. So.
Thanks very much. Just so you have clear, we have a number of classes, last 2 and the class of 2008, who have donated a number of things that are on display around the school, but we pulled together basically everybody had forgotten about James Connolly, after whom Connolly Stadium was named, so we pulled together a display, and as you enter the gymnasium, it's off on the left-hand side, and I think it's a terrific display, and it'll have another mark on it that it was donated by the class of 2008. And when we moved from the old school to the new school, somehow we lost all those flags we had in the cafeteria that designated all the countries that were represented by students here in the school. So we wanted to reintroduce that and get those flags back up again. It was an expensive proposition, and we'll also have a plaque in the cafeteria which will indicate that the flags are donated by the class of 2008. So thank you. Now's the time for the presentation of our honor awards. The Summa Cum Laude awards will be presented by Assistant Principal Mr. Brian Shaughnessy.
Thank you, Mr. Norton. To achieve summa cum laude, seniors must be ranked in the top 10% of the graduating class. The first student to be honored is the valedictorian of the class of 2008, Andrew DiChiara. Congratulations. Good job, kid. Next is the salutatorian of the class of 2008, Michael Estabrook. Michael, congratulations, Mike. As I read the names, I would ask that the following summa cum laude students please come forward and please hold the applause until all the names are read. Caitlin Bissett, David Chung, Lindsay Connors, Amanda Coco, please come forward. Nicole DeCampo, Christiana Demers, Chelsea DeSantis, Colleen Doyle, Allison Fairweather, Ryan Finn, Jennifer Forsyth, Eric Haley, Catherine Hamilton, Christopher Keene, Emily McLeod, Mary Mahoney, Jillian Martin, Karen McDonough, Sarah McGonigal, Kevin Myers, Brendan O'Brien, Michelle O'Rourke, Stephen Podolsky, Neelam Patel, Brianna Reddy, Jonathan Rocketteners, Brian Smith, Colleen Taylor, Brian Tagg, Daniel Tobin, Lee Wackendorf, Shauna Walsh, and Kristen Williams. Nice job. Hi, Jonathan. Okay. I did, Brian. Good job, kid. Okay. Good job there, Brian. Good job, kid. Good job there, Daniel. Thank you, kid. Nice job, Lee. Congratulations. Congratulations, kids. Congratulations. Congratulations. Mrs. Andrew will now read the magna cum laude graduates, soon-to-be graduates.
Good morning. I'll be reading the names of the students receiving medals who have achieved the status of magna cum laude. As I call your name, please come forward up on the stage and receive your medal from Ms. Connell. Bethany Arnold, Andrew Busa, Laura Cabral, Michelle Campbell, Daniel Delarusso, Emily Dudley, Victoria Fasinelli, Stephen Femino, Stephanie Fischel, Jenna Freilich, Christopher Hardy, Emily Holland, Pari Joseph, Sarah Kelly, Michelle Kuhn, Sandra Lilly, Molly Malloy, Christopher Maganaro, Christopher Martin, David McCarthy, Michael McDonough, Edward McInerney, Catherine Murphy, Stephen Nagel, Catherine O'Halloran, Eric Perry, Matthew Pereira, Elizabeth Poley, Lauren Quigley, Alexander Ray, Matthew Ramos, Brian David Salemi, Kyle Teves, Kathleen Thompson, Melissa Treniello. Once again, join me in a round of applause for these students. Congratulations, Alex. Congratulations, Brian. Congratulations, man. You got it? Congratulations, God. At this time, I'm going to turn it over to your class advisor, Mrs. Christensen, who will read the students that have achieved the status of cum laude. Mrs. Christensen.
Samantha Barrett, Chris Berg, Rebecca Serino, Christina D'Angelo, Caitlin DeMayo, Dana DePinto, Michelle Donnelly, Mark Dwyer, Kara Fish, Taryn Flaherty, Mark Garcia, Tabitha Garnett, Sean Haverty, Stephen June, Brandon Jones, Adriana Kakechian, Wing Lau, Dot Lee, Greg Lloyd, Kong Mark, Alicia Martin, Lauren McDonald, Jillian McElhaney, Patrick McKeon, Kristen Minicello, Dan Mooney, Andrew Murphy, Bayonne, Seamus O'Brien, Ashley Puglicia, Michaeline Pandolf, Rita Patel, Alexandra Pridham, Alexandra Rabasco, Viviana Sanchez, Miguel Santiago, Deanna Scott. Hand of applause, please, for all of those.
How about a big round of applause for all of our cum laude, summa cum laude, magna cum laude graduates. Congratulations. For the presentation of the Woburn Memorial High School Book Awards, I'd like to call on our Director of Guidance, Miss Ellen Connell.
Thank you, Mr. Norton. It is my great honor today to present the book awards to the members of the class of 2008 who are being recognized for their exceptional academic achievement. As I call your name, please come forward and hold all applause until all the names have been read. The Harvard College Book Award, Andrew DiChiara. The Dartmouth College Book Award, Michael Estabrook. The Columbia University Book, Colleen Taylor. The Tufts University Book, Stephen Podolsky. The Rutgers University Book, Neelam Patel. The Wellesley College Book, Jennifer Forsythe. The Boston University Book, Catherine Hamilton. The College of the Holy Cross Book, Karen McDonough. The Stoneham College Book, David Chung. The St. Anselm's College Book, Jonathan Rockentence. The St. Michael's College Book, Ryan Finn. The Merrimack College Book, Daniel Tobin. The Springfield College Book, Kristen Williams. Congratulations, Jennifer. Congratulations to you. Congratulations. Congratulations, Jonathan. Congratulations. Congratulations, David. Congratulations, Ryan. And congratulations once again. Congratulations. All right, let's have a nice round of applause for the recipients of the book awards. The Prudential Spirit of Community Awards are being given in recognition of those students who have demonstrated an outstanding commitment to serving others through community service. As I call your name, please come forward. Please hold all applause until all the names have been read. Those of you being honored today for your dedication to volunteerism are Lindsay Connors, Shannon Frazier, Kimberly Hurley, Mary Mahoney, Karen McDonough, Jonathan Rockentence, Catherine Sullivan. Congratulations. You're welcome. Congratulations, Shannon. Congratulations. Congratulations. Congratulations, Jonathan. Congratulations, Kim. I'll be too. Congratulations. Okay, let's hear it for the Prudential Community Spirit Award winners. The following student is being recognized with a letter of commendation from the National Merit Scholarship Program for his exceptional academic promise as demonstrated by his performance on the PSAT National Merit Scholarship Qualifying Test. As I read your name, please come forward to receive your award. The commended student this year is Andrew DiChiara. I'm not anyway. Congratulations, Andrew.
Thank you very much, Ms. Connell. How about a round of applause for all of our volunteer hours? I would like to say a thank you to the class in reviewing the number of volunteer hours that the class has donated and dedicated to service in the community and in areas outside the community. You ought to give yourselves a big round of applause. It's terrific. For over 40 years, the Classmates Today, Neighbors Tomorrow Award has been given out by the Jewish American War veterans to students all over the state of Massachusetts in recognition of their community service and their spirit of helping others. A Classmates Today, Neighbors Tomorrow means just that you are a classmate today, a neighbor tomorrow, and your motivation is to help others. And the recipient of the award and was honored at a breakfast in January, but we wanted to present it here at the Awards Assembly this morning in recognition in front of all of you, Patrick McKeon. The Daughters of the American Revolution Good Citizen Award is presented this year to a young woman who has set a singular example of good citizenship throughout her 4 years in school. She was your representative to the school committee and did a terrific job in that regard. The DAR Good Citizen this year, Sarah Kelly. Each year, the National Association of Secondary School Principals presents a leadership award to a senior who represents positive leadership in a high school graduating class. And leadership can come in all sorts of shapes and sizes and all sorts of styles. There can be athletic leaders who are captains of teams. There can be leaders in various kinds of activities, whether it be drama or class leadership. But leadership can also be the daily setting of a positive example of citizenship, a daily walking around the school representing positive values. And that certainly is the case with this year's Principals Award for Leadership. He is exemplary in the way he carries himself on a daily basis, and his family has been the same way. Stephen Podolsky.
Can you tell which of these children was not born free? Can you tell which of these children was not born equal? Can you tell which of these children does not deserve to be treated with dignity? We can't either. Human right number one. We are all born free and equal. What are human rights? Find out at youthforhumanrights.org.
Good morning. You, the class of 2008, will always be remembered as a class with so many connections. You have spent 2 of your high school years in the old building, like many of your parents and grandparents. Look around, and like your yearbook, this new school connects the history of the past along with the present. Woburn High is full of traditions. One tradition we started 5 years ago was to create a senior presentation reflecting your high school years as part of the ceremony. This was created this year by Allie Fairweather, Amanda Coco, and Lauren McDonald. So sit back and enjoy.
The smokestack spitting black soot into the sooty sky. The load on the road brings a tear to the Indian's eye. The elephant won't forget what it's like inside his cage. The ringmaster's telecaster sings on an empty stage. Goddamn right, it's a beautiful day. Goddamn right, it's a beautiful day.
She lives for me, says she lives for me, ovation. Who won't motivation? She comes round and she goes down on me. And I'll make you smile like a drug for you. Do ever what you wanna do, coming over you. Keep on smiling what we go through. One stop to the rhythm that defines you. And I speak to you like the chorus to the verse. Drop another line like a coda with the curse. Coming like a freak show takes the stage. We give in the game she plays. She say, I want something else to get me through this semi-time kind of life. Baby, baby, I want something else. I'm not listening when you say goodbye. The sky was gold, it was rose. I was taking sips of it to my nose, and I wish I could get back there, someplace back there, smiling in the pictures you would take. To a crystal method, lift you up until you break. It won't stop. I won't come down and keep stop with the tick-tock rhythm. I bumped for the drop and then I bumped up. I took the hit that I was given, then I bumped again, then I bumped again. I said, how do I get back there to the place where I fell asleep inside you? How do I get myself back to the place where you said I want something else to get me through this semi-time kind of life? Baby, baby, I want something else. I'm not listening when you say goodbye. I believe in the sand beneath my toes. The beach gives a feeling, an earthly feeling. I believe in the faith that grows, and the full light gold can make me cry. When I'm with you, I feel like I could die, and that would be alright, alright. And when the plane came in, she said she was crossing the velvet eclipse in the city, we tripped on the earth to feel alive. And now I'm struggling to survive those days you were wearing that velvet dress. You're the priestess, I must confess. Those little red panties, they passed the test. Let's look around the belly, face down on the mattress. One, and you hold me, and we are broken. Still it's all that I wanna do, just to live and I'll feel myself heavy off the ground. I'm scared, was ever really special about me all this time. But I believe the world is burning to the ground. Oh well, I guess we're gonna find out. Let's see how far we've come. Let's see how far we've come. Well, I believe it all is coming to an end. Oh well, I guess we're gonna pretend. Let's see how far we've come. Let's see how far we've come. We can turn to the cloud.
Tanner Pride pretty much is just, being proud to be from Woburn. No matter where you go in the future, whether it's out of state, whether it's out of this country, you'll always be able to stand up and say, I'm a Woburnite, baby, and I drink that water. Football at Woburn High School is intense.
I love dancing. Dancing is so much fun.
Tonight, I'm gonna have myself a real good time. I feel alive. And the world, I'm turning inside out. Yeah. I'm floating around in ecstasy. So don't stop me now. Don't stop me, 'cause I'm having a good time, having a good time.
To the D-A-N-C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stick to the B-E-A-T, get ready to ignite. You were such a BYT, catching all the lights. Just easy as ABC, that's how we make it right. To the D-A-N-C, stick to the B-E-A-T, just easy as ABC. Do the dance, dance. The way you move is a mystery. Do the dance. You always have a music in me. Do the dance. The way you move is a mystery. Do the dance. You always have a music in me. D-A-N-C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stick to the B-E-A-T, get ready to ignite. You were such a BYT, catching all the lights. Just easy as ABC, that's how we make it right.
So I think if everyone sticks to, their character, when they go to college, they don't let anything influence who they are. If they stay true to who they are and who they want to be, we're going to have some pretty amazing people out there in the world.
Take my hand, not your fingers through mine, and we'll walk from this dark room for the last time. Every minute from this minute
doubt that all of you are going to be a great success. We've been one of the greatest classes, class of 2008, and I'm really going to miss everybody.
Tell me that you'll open your eyes. This feels strange and untrue, and I won't waste a minute without you.
Outstanding jobs, girls. Please give Allie, Amanda, and Lauren a round of applause as they come up. Girls, please come up on stage. Allie, Amanda, and Lauren, please come up on stage and accept a rose as our thanks for all your hard work. Good job. Just walk off this way. Great job, girls. Good job. Memories and yearbooks go hand in hand. A successful yearbook does not just happen on its own. It takes a lot of hard work and dedication. We would like now Susan Happel, a rep from Herf Publishing Company, to come up on stage. We were the first of her schools to be invited to Gettysburg, Pennsylvania to take tour of the plant. Susan?
Hi, guys. First, I wanted to say congratulations to all of you. I've heard really, really good things about your class. And I work with a lot of schools in this area, and I get to go to a lot of end-of-the-year things when yearbooks are handed out. And I just hope you guys know that not everybody does it this way. I think this is the right way to do it. You guys have so much pride in where you come from. I really think you're a part of something special, so I hope you guys know that. And I hope you think about that as you look at your yearbook. I'd like the yearbook staff to come up and join me, please. There was an article in the Boston Globe a few weeks ago about a school whose book came out, and it was awful. The students were upset. They said blurry photos, no captions. It just didn't capture our year. I want you to know that these people put in thousands, literally thousands of hours to make a book that's beyond great. I hope it's a book that you will love today, but more important, I hope it's something that you can take out and show your kids, show your grandkids where you came from, and I think that the book they put together did just that. And I'm really excited that the book has actually won several awards, so I'm really proud to hand those out to the staff and to the advisors today. The first one is for Outstanding Theme Development. You guys want to pass this on down? The next, their photography also won an award for Outstanding Feature Photography. outstanding layout design, which means it looks pretty. And I'm really excited. This is the first individual award we've ever had for outstanding theme and copywriting for Jonathan. This is also a first, guys, and this is a big one. For Best of New England, the entire staff won Outstanding Staff Achievement, which is a first for anybody in this area, so I'm really proud of them. And out of all the yearbooks we print in New England, you guys won Best of New England for Outstanding Yearbook, which is huge. Oh no, yay, okay, one more. The last one, guys, is something I'm really excited to give, and I hope I don't bawl while I do it. It's a Journalism Lifetime Achievement Award for Elaine Farmer. I can't even talk. I don't want to bawl in front of 400 people who don't know me, so I'm going to try to keep it together. I'm just so thrilled to give this to Elaine. She has really left her thumbprint on the book. It has improved so much over the years. And as you look through it, I hope you know the hours that she spent on it. She actually just told me this morning she left school last week around 11 p.m. She passed a janitor on the way out who said, "Oh, you're leaving early." That is the kind of time that she puts into, I think, everything that she does. I only experienced the yearbook part of it, but what she has given to the school, I hope you guys are so appreciative of, because it's rare. I just can't think of anybody better to learn from in the classroom and out of it. So thank you. That's all from me, guys. I am so proud of you. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you for all your help, Susan, and we'd like to present you with this plant. Thank you for it.
At this time, we would like to recognize the following staff members who will be retiring at the end of this school year. We have pictures of them for you to enjoy. We'd like them to come up on stage now so we can present them with a gift of an old yearbook photos and a rose. Please save applause until the end. Elaine Farmer, Carol Anderson, Louise Moore, and Mary Ann Cushing and Randy Orpin could not be here today. We hope this will bring back fond memories for you. We thank each of you for your years of dedication to the students, staff, and the Woburn Public School system. Combined, you have more than 100 years of service. We wish you the best and an enjoyable retirement.
Every year, we choose a group of people to acknowledge for their hard work outside the classroom. This year, we have chosen the administration. They have helped guide you through your high school years. Some of you may have been called to the office more than others, some for being late to school as a result of too many Dunkin' runs, others for not seeing eye to eye with a teacher or another classmate, and still others to be commended for a job well done. This started your day when you entered high school as a freshman and continues until graduation day. You may not always agree with them at times, but they made you a better person, and as a result of that, of the caring nature. We would like to call the three administrators on stage at this time. Assistant Principal Mary Ann Andrew, Assistant Principal Brian Shaughnessy, and Principal Robert Naughton. Please come on stage. Mrs. Andrews? Is she here? Is she here? Okay. She's gone? Okay. All right. These three administrators had led by example, showing what teamwork is all about. They will be retiring one by one in the next few years, with Mrs. Andrews at the end of this year. Please give them a round of applause for their hard work, and thank you.
Now for this year's dedication. This year's dedication goes to a teacher who truly cares about her students. Even if you never had this person as a teacher, you know who she is by her kind manner. She is a role model for us all. Elaine Farmer. Your family. The class of 2008, along with the Woburn Memorial High School staff, dedicates our edition of the Institute to Miss Elaine Farmer. She has dedicated over 30 years of service to the Woburn Public School system. Mrs. Farmer is one of the busiest teachers in the school. Not only is she the department chair for Family and Consumer Sciences, but she also serves as the SAD advisor and the Institute Yearbook advisor. Mrs. Farmer is truly dedicated to the school and her students. She enjoys teaching her students how to prepare for life after school with her life skills classes. We all know when her classes are making an apple pie or Italian dishes due to the wonderful aromas coming from her kitchen. She truly cares about her students, and she makes sure that they spend the entire time in her class learning valuable skills. Her zest for life and her tremendous amount of energy would be hard for anyone else to duplicate. There are many times in which she has been at the school working on yearbook or class lessons until 2 in the morning. She is always there if you need her, and no matter what task our administration team asks her to do, she gets it done and on time. Her work ethic is a role model for us all.
Susan, can you come out? Sure. Can you? Okay, here. Okay, this throws my organization off because now I'm supposed to ask Mr. I didn't know about the dedication. It's the first year Miss Tifo and I usually look at it together, but with her being out, we didn't look at the book. So I'm off my script. So next thing I guess we're supposed to do is Mr. Norton's supposed to say a few words. So. Okay. And then,
Thank you, Ms. Farmer. To throw you off your script takes a real exercise because it's very hard to get you off task. I'd like to commend the class in their selection of Ms. Farmer because Ms. Farmer, sometimes I don't think all kids in all the classes truly measure what makes a contribution to the school, both to the school in general and to the students specifically. A year or so ago, it was Randy Orpin, and boy, I tell you, no one represents the school more than Randy did, and when she received her dedication, I sat back and said, wow, what a great choice. And this year, because I know as much as what Elaine does as anybody, back in 1993, when I first came here, she took over the accreditation, our first New England Association accreditation. You were here for the one in the fall. She was the chair of the accreditation committee, and she did absolutely yeoman work in that activity. And that's a behind-the-scenes activity that's not paid for. Nobody gets paid to do that, and it really is crucial to the success of the school. And for her to do that made a lasting impression on me. And I will tell you one thing, as you head out into your own lives and you start to get involved in committees and groups and leadership positions in school, if you want to get a job done, give it to somebody like Elaine Farmer. If you give a job to Elaine Farmer, who is as busy as you could possibly be, she will get it done, and she'll get it done in an exceptional way. So the message to you all is, whenever you have a job to give out, give it to somebody who's already busy, because you know that they'll get it done. And no one around this building has gotten jobs done, low-key jobs, jobs that no one knows about, jobs that everybody knows about. No one has done that better than Elaine. So congratulations to the class. Of all the things you've done well, great choice.
And this is the dedication page that well, I just want to thank you all for dedicating it, but it's the teamwork that's here. I've been teaching, as a lot of you know, for 35 years. In the last 5, I've done yearbook, and it's just been great. Instead of going out and being kind of tired and burnt out, it was just really energizing to start something new. But it wasn't just done by me. Miss Susan Tifo, we ended up being chosen together to work 5 years ago. We came on staff with one computer, really no room, nothing to do, and we decided we're going to change this book entirely. And so the first task that we decided, we had to raise some money so we can get some computers to do it. And Susan and I didn't know each other that well. We never worked together before. And we go, well, why don't we hire a helicopter and take a picture of the last football game at the old stadium. And so that's how we began our years together. And they've been great. We just complement each other. We've been blessed with great staff that we've had over the... We've been blessed with really great staff. The first staff that we had, my daughter Melissa was on, which I thought she was taking her final exam at Lowell today, so I don't know if you get exempt out of that or whatever. But my son is in New Mexico, so if he was here, I'd really be surprised, since he just left the other day. But I'd like to just thank you all, and set your goals and you can achieve them no matter what. Some of you know that when I started and I got appointed, I was going through cancer treatments, and I just, that's life sometimes put you down roads that you don't want to go, but you can go, and you can come above that and just keep on doing the best you can and do other things. That was a distraction. I could do yearbook and put all my energy towards that. So I've enjoyed the 5 years as yearbook advisor. And I wish Ms. Tifo and Ms. Getterall are going to be doing it after this, and I know they will continue their success in what they do. So thank you. Again, thank you so much. Now I can get back to my script. And it says, we ask you and your family, well, this will be my family because I'll have to be up on stage, to take seats down. We've reserved some seats over there that you can enjoy the rest of the ceremony. You can take them all. This is our 5th year as yearbook advisors. Our staff has put hundreds of hours to give you lasting memories of the years here. At this time, I'd like them to come up on stage.
Joe. Steven. Eric, over here. I'll take him right there. All right, take you. You, right here.
Your yearbook is a reference book for you. You will enjoy it today, take it out before reunions, and someday your children will enjoy turning the pages and laughing at the hairstyles, fashion, and trends. Jonathan now will explain to you about the theme.
It might just be a little too early to say this, but I don't think so. Guess what, class of 2008? We made it. This being said, I cannot believe that I'm standing up here at our last class assembly, ready to reveal your yearbook, when it seems like only yesterday Mary, Karen, Shannon, Lindsay, Jill, and I were just getting to know one another. Really, it seems like only yesterday we all were just getting to know one another. I want you to think about this with me. 11 years ago, our journey together and our class began as 10 pieces spread out across Woburn. Shamrock, Clapp, Linscott, Hurled, Wyman, Reeves, Goodyear, White, Alta Vesta, and for some of us, St. Charles. Those were the good old days when all that mattered was hanging out with our recess buddies. It was here where we met our oldest friends and laid the foundation for the next 7 years. It was here where our story began. But we were destined for something greater. We did not know it then, but the next 11 years would bring with them the friendships and the memories that we will take with us as we move on to the next phase of our lives. Slowly, our separate paths began to merge. Those 10 pieces became 2, the Kennedy versus Joyce years. Who could forget them? We were a little older, a little bolder, and eager to meet new people. Those 3 years were filled with new friendships and even better memories. The cinema, the Burlington Mall, everything that epitomized our early teen years. Even at that early age, our teachers were talking. They began to see something special about our class. Something about us was different from any other. They knew that we were destined to be one of the best classes to come through Woburn in a long time. But why? We found out as our 2 roads finally merged into one. 9th grade was the great clash where those once separate pieces of our class came together at last, where our separate paths merged into one gigantic highway. Our 4 years here have been nothing short of amazing. The memories and experiences we share together as a class are something truly special and something none of us would ever want to forget. I think every one of you knows now what the teachers saw in the class of '08 so many years ago. Looking back, it is how connected we are. There are no cliques, no jocks, geeks, no preps, music fanatics, partiers, populars, or anything in between. There is only our class, the class of 2008, and everyone in it. We are the most united class of any. The halls could be like a Picasso painting, with people from every group mixing and matching together until now, at the end of our journey here in Woburn. What do we have? Take a look around you. At least for me, I have gotten to know so many different people from every corner of our class. No other class can say that it is connected and as unified as ours is. We, your yearbook staff, saw this. We realized this magic right from the start. That was the easy part. So we had something to work with. Our real task was to capture it in a book that 30 years from now would be opened by any of us, you, or any member of the community, and that same magic would spill from the pages, reminding Woburn of the mark that we have left here. And we have left a mark, one that will not fade for a very long time. We have been in this together, as a class, right from the start, and that makes us different. That makes us truly special. How could we possibly capture all this in one book? How could we make this yearbook so the magic of our lives here in Woburn and our time together as a class would simply radiate from every page? The answer was simple. We would just have to make it as unique and as different as our class is, and that is exactly what we did. Together, as a team, we have created a book for you unlike any other yearbook that has ever been published here at Woburn Memorial High School. We did something that no other staff has ever done and no other class could have ever done. This book could only belong to our class. There is a song by Rascal Flatts which likens life to a highway. This is what our journey in Woburn has been, beginning as separate paths and ending as one big road, and all the friendships and memories we have forged together on it will remain with us forever. We will never stop being the class of 2008, and our unity and friendships will ensure that. This being said, your book chronicles our journey down what we coin Innitu Road, beginning with those separate pieces and ending with us together as the class of 2008, ready to move forward in different directions, yet remaining connected through our experiences here. No other book has ever attempted this, and you will find countless things as you flip through the pages that no other yearbook has ever had. But the best part, the part we have been straining to keep secret and hopefully have succeeded all these months, is something that only our class could do, something no other class has ever been able to do or will be able to do for a very long time. We have connected every single member of our class together with the experiences we have shared. We have taken a 6 degrees of separation and pushed it to the extreme. Open your book, and there, on the bottom of every single page, will be each and every person connected together by a specific memory from this chapter of our lives. It is a symbol of our unity, what makes our class the most unique, and if I dare say, one of the best to have come through Woburn in a long while. And if you don't think this is as incredible as we are making it out to be, why don't you take another look at the banister outside in the lobby when you go out, and there you'll see for yourself all the connections that we have made. And now I'd like Mary to come, and I think she'll explain the process to you.
We had just finished yearbook training, which had taken 2 days. We were sitting at a table in Mrs. Farmer's room, eating our ice cream with Sue Happel. I was convinced we couldn't possibly talk about anything else yearbook related. I was so wrong. It had the perfect setup line. Sue turned to Miss Tifo and Mrs. Farmer and said, "You guys are going to kill me." Then she looked at us and said, "What do you think of 6 degrees of separation?" We all immediately jumped on the idea. A whirlwind of brainstorming followed about how to organize the whole thing, and it was only February of 2007. I ended up taking the list of people in our class and writing each person's name on an index card. It was the last thing I wanted to do after a weekend of skiing. The following week, the connections started to come together. We put every flashcard on the floor of the yearbook room, grabbed Jill's card, and said, "Okay, who do you have something in common with?" 6 boxes of pizza, 2 boxes of munchkins, an immeasurable number of cups of coffee, tea, and juicy juice, several meetings, and countless hours later, everyone was connected, and it was only May. We had really dug deep. We wanted connections that you wouldn't normally think of. We found out who played on Little League teams together and whose second grade birthday party you went to. You start to read these connections on the first page of the book, and it runs through the very last page. And only it doesn't end on the last page of the book, which I think is the best part. Just know that we spent a ridiculous number of hours on something as small as a footer in an attempt to really make this book special. We hope you enjoy it.
Travel on, there's one day here and the next day gone. Sometimes you bend, sometimes you stand, sometimes you turn your back to the wind. There's a world outside every darkened door where blues won't haunt you anymore, where the brave are free and lovers soar. Come ride with me to the distant shore. We won't hesitate to break down a garden gate. There's not much time left today.
Unbelievable. You may remember filling out surveys or being asked to submit poems, ideas, or photos. A special thanks to all the students that contributed. Many people do not know this, but it is a huge responsibility to publish a book. You must meet deadlines and get the job done, or you will not have a final product. We have worked with this team for over a year and a half and for one common cause, your yearbook. We would like to present each of them now with their copy of the yearbook. This is the first time they have seen the finished book. Lindsay Connors. Lindsay has contributed to the book in her own special way. She designed pages, took photos, helped with surveys, and most of all, she organized over 300 senior yearbook orders. Shannon Frazier. Shannon designed the cover of the book with input from others, and after our staff spent over an hour trying to think of a title, Shannon walked in and came up with the title in less than a minute. Mary Mahoney. Mary amazed us when she started the task of filling out all those index cards that linked her classmates together and made sure that everyone was represented. She also took pride in designing the sports section and many of the custom pages. Corinne McDonough. Corinne's take-charge attitude kept everyone in place. She took the initiative on all the proofreading and made sure every I was dotted and every T crossed. She was a perfectionist with all the pages and made sure that everything was consistent in the book, which is a huge task in itself. Jillian McElhenney. Jillian has a quiet way about her, but when she speaks up, others take notice. We are still amazed at how she remembered so many details from elementary and middle school that allowed us to connect every member in the class. Last but not least is Jonathan Rocket Tenants. The yearbook theme has come full circle with the wonderful natural gift of writing from Jonathan. Make sure you read the story on each divider page. This yearbook staff has gone above and beyond. It takes a reliable and dedicated team to make the process of publishing a book go smoothly. They have learned about deadlines, commitments, budgets, organizational skills, and most of all, teamwork. This yearbook staff has worked over 500 hours to produce the most comprehensive and consistent yearbook to come out of Woburn Memorial High School. Yearbook isn't just a club, it's a lifestyle. Now Jillian will tell you about the history of the Innitu, followed by a few words from Corinne.
The history of Innitu. Legend has it that atop of Mount Tawanda lived a great Indian spirit known as Manitou. The Great Spirit watched over the local Massachusetts tribe, and as a sign of his happiness, he would gaze at his reflection in the calm waters of the lake below and smile. The Massachusetts tribe thus named it Lake Innitu, meaning looking glass. When they began worshiping other spirits, the great Manitou was angered, and hardship struck them. Gloom saturated the air and held its hand over the tribe. In a desperate plea for redemption, the tribe renounced all other spirits and offered themselves solely to Manitou. One night, they climbed in their wooden canoes and rowed out to the center of Lake Innitu, braving the harsh waters and cold wind. When they reached the center, all went still, the waters slowed, and the moonlight spilled across the great looking glass. They were in the presence of spirits. After several minutes, a white light appeared at the bottom of Lake Innitu, so bright it overshadowed the moonlight. This mysterious light took on the shape of a beautiful swan before rising to the surface. The Indians bowed their heads, and when they gazed up again, the swan of light had disappeared, and in its place an island had appeared. They named this island Wabisi, the swan, and the chieftain proclaimed that it was the smile of Manitou, the gem of his great looking glass. Today, Lake Innitu is known as Horn Pond, Mount Tawanda as Horn Pond Mountain, and Wabisi as Horn Pond Island. As the Great Spirit once reflected upon his good fortune in those waters, so too we reflect on our 4 years together at Woburn High School.
Dear classmates, countless hours of hard work were put into the creation of this book. We hope you will take the time to read closely, as there are many unique and special aspects that no other yearbook has. When reflecting on our class and deciding what theme we wanted to give the book, we knew it had to be something completely different and ambitious. We feel that goal has been achieved and hope that 30 years from now, you will use this book to relive that pioneer spirit our class was famous for. The road will be long, and at times the directions may seem unclear, but wherever your journey takes you, we wish you the best of luck. Sincerely, the yearbook staff.
We ask our staff now to please stand. We wish you the best, and we know with your determination, dedication, and enthusiasm, you will continue to make an impact on the people and places you encounter. When you see these people after the ceremony, take time to thank them. They will truly appreciate it. Now we would like to give the 2008 yearbook staff an overdue round of applause. Okay, please be seated. Shannon and Lindsay has asked to say a few words.
There aren't enough words to show our appreciation to Mrs. Farmer and Mrs. Tifo. However, on behalf of the yearbook staff, Karen, Jill, Mary, Lindsay, Jonathan, and myself, we wish to thank them for their commitment in making our 2008 yearbook the best yearbook yet. With Mrs. Farmer's organizational skills and focus, and Mrs. Tifo's creativity and imagination, we learned step by step the process of publishing our senior yearbook. It was a lot of work, but it's an experience we will never forget. Once again, thank you so much, Mrs. Farmer and Mrs. Tifo, for everything. At this time, I'd like to introduce Mrs. Getherall, who will be taking over Mrs. Farmer's position on the yearbook staff, starting with next year's graduating class.
Before you receive your yearbooks, we would like to present a yearbook to Mrs. Teresa Christensen, who has served as your class advisor. There will be a mug for each class member out in the lobby by the yearbook tables. Compliments of Ms. Christensen and your class officer. Please, only one mug per person. Ms. Christensen, please come forward. You have been a great audience. A standing ovation for. You will pick up your yearbooks in the hallway in front of the main office. There are 3 tables set up with signs hanging behind them representing your last initial name. Please go to the appropriate line. There will be pizzas thanks to, again, Ms. Christensen and your class officers. You like this part. You can spend the rest of your school day signing yearbooks, enjoying these memories. You will not have to return to class. This ends the ceremony. Thank you all.